Some of my chives are going to flower now, and for many other herbs, you don't want to allow them to flower till the end of your season because that can make them bitter, and it's kind of the end of the plant's usefulness. However, chives are a bit unique. Not unusual for them to start flowering a couple of months after they're planted, and that does not make the chives bitter. I can see that this particular chive is now a few. I had chives before that I planted, maybe one or two, and over a few years I ended up with over 100 in a clump. So I separated the clump a bit and planted them, gave them away. Some people talk about saving seeds. You don't have to, because these chives just multiply themselves anyway. You just have to separate and replant them every couple of years or so. This pretty purple flower actually not only attracts pollinators like bees, chives also repel some of the pests that bother a lot of other plants. So they make a very good companion plant for many of the other foods in your garden. They are edible except for the stem of the flower. Now that is pretty woody and solid, relatively speaking, and that's not edible, but the flower itself you can eat. You can either put it in a salad or use it for decoration. And the leaves of the chives are hollow, but not that stem. Now I have some plants that look very similar, my chives and my lemongrass. And a big way to tell the difference is if the plant has leaves that are hollow tubes with a point at the end versus just an open leaf. They are in the allium family, which has things like garlic and onions. I have a few where I actually have a number of them that have not started to flower, and I have one where it's starting to form and a little bit later and then a blossom. And here's a few that have no start of flower. Now it's good to harvest your chives by cutting them down a few inches a few times a year. This promotes new growth as well. They are a very hardy and tolerant plant for summer and winter. A few more here. One is going to flower, and these are actually companion plant for some carrots that I'm growing. Is that lemongrass that I mentioned to you, and you could see at first glance they may look similar. However, the lemongrass leaves are open and the chive leaves are tubes. You can enjoy the beauty of the chive flowers, allow them to attract pollinators and repel pests, harvest it a few times a year so that the plant is encouraged to grow more and more for you.